to have you with us from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. One of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock. Really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And the Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Simmons. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. The pick six, he takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make them punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back, and the offense coming out on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Simmons to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Manning. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Forced out of bounds, a good pickup there on the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Manning from the gun on third down. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You got to love that if you're the head coach. Watching your defense and watching the big fella at D-tackle play with that kind of relentless pursuit to the football. One of the reasons it's hard to run against them is they've got everybody playing with effort. Did you see him fly to the football and make that play on the outside? That was awesome.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Finds a spot in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll field the punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got some room, it was over. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go right back to him. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Here's Arts to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. A give to Brown. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Under fire. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. This is a designed run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. On the run, it's Roberts. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Throwing Manning. the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Brown. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Arch Madness. Coleman open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Now from inside the red zone. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Manning on play action. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Finding an escape route. Powers through the defender. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
776 captain. 776 captain. Kill.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. He's got the tight end. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire 1st half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They go play action with Simmons. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Fourth down, Simmons. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Manning looking to scramble. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The DBs will back off a bit. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the number 23 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Tar Heels able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy...
There's some room. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. To throw, Manning. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Got his man down the middle. How many guys are left grabbing for air as he gets it to the 26-yard line?
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Got enough space. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And there you see his playmaking ability, man. Golly, like for a quarterback to be able to do this and just take off and outrun a defense, it shows you how athletic these guys are. They're big-time playmakers. And the moment the defense doesn't focus on them, they'll take off and they'll take it to the house.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
The run inside. It's Roberts. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep...
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge game. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy, I think. They had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. And what a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Simmons. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Kick is in the air. No fair catches here, looking for room. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Arch is going to throw for it. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Under fire. He's on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses. And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's Manning to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
And that now, this guy's second sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Simmons from the gun on third down. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receiver.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Simmons to the air again. Throws to the tight end. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Here's Simmons to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. Simmons to throw for it on fourth. And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on fourth down.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Here's Arch to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Texas! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He might want another play. From the gun on third down, Simmons. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Possession. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know.
Looking deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
It'll be third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any... Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. One more time, it's Brown. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Arch Madness. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
The RPO, it's complete. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down.
Ready? Booster, booster. Level. Go.
Manning to throw for it on fourth. Pressure coming. And they got it.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
He fires a bullet to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game, and you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Throwing right. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Simmons. On target. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. One more play to pad the stats. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that.